Let's start with you two. Firstly, welcome to Bradford. Bradford is the first UNESCO city of film, and also, as I was explaining earlier, we also are six-time winner of the curry capital. So you're in the capital city. So if you love curry, where you're from is life.
You want some curry? We're hungry.
No problem. We can arrange that later, I'm sure. Right. So you're on a tour of sorts at the moment, promoting your film. You just had the Leicester Square premiere, red carpet. Some amazing reviews from that so far. How are you all feeling at the moment?
Shocked, excited, nervous, a lot of things at the same time. But all good mostly.
Yeah, we feel good. It's been a break of a few days. We're kind of like just feeling it in. It's trying to figure it out. It's nice.
Fantastic. How would you describe the film Cake? If you were to describe it in your own words, how would you guys describe it? Because it's not your usual Pakistani or even Indian film, really.
So it's real, it's raw, and it's relatable. The 3 R's work for me.
Well then.
Nice.
What
did you say it was a what Pakistani film? A very unique?
I would say it's very unique even within Bollywood or Indian film terms as well.
Yeah, it's unique, but it probably is one of the most relatable films that's come out of Pakistan. For global Pakistanis also, and anyone of any nationality, just because it has to do with family dynamics, and that's a universal theme. So, yeah.
Cathartic as well.
Yeah. It leaves you with something. I think that's even us, we saw it for the first time at the premiere on the 13th. And I think we were all kind of just left, we were kind of stunned at the Q&A because we were just left with a lot of emotion. And so I think a lot of the audience members said that too. I kept getting sort of feedback every other day about the film. So I think that's pretty amazing.
You were saying something?
No, I was saying that it's the passage of time, seen through the prism of a family, and parents who are so powerful, they do get old, and secrets do explode, and so many things happen in the course of time, and that's how I see it. It's the passage of time. It's what time does.
Yesterday at Z Studios, we went for a live show, quick 20-minute thing on Friday show, and the head of the ZTV office, Lenira, he said he was at the premiere, and he said, "Aapne to mujhe ye ehsaas dilaya ki mujhe ghar wapas jana chahiye." So he said, "I've got a week here of work to do, but I got to get my ticket and go back." Because he said his mom fell and she cut her wrists, and it just doesn't make sense to have the kids away while the parents are aging and not have someone there. So we were like, wow, that is the effect that the film had on you.
Yeah. So obviously you've had all the reactions, but before the reactions was choosing to do the film. What attracted you to do this film?
Script.
Content.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it had us from the first word. We couldn't not do it.
It had me at hello.
Yeah.
And obviously you're the director, you wrote the story, so what made you cast the people that you have for the film?
I mean, the girls are some of the best actresses. Well, 2 of the best actresses we have in Pakistan. So I kind of lucked out that way. Adnan was wasn't before this best actor.
But he had the look, he had the heart.
But he had my mind. He was on my mind.
The least expected actor to play the role. There were many actors that you would immediately be like, XYZ could play this role. But Asim, I think, was constantly trying to be like, I don't want the people that you'd most expect playing this role to play the role. And so Adnan was the person you least expect, but I mean, that couldn't be a better Romeo.
And just that he's so different from Romeo to what he is, and that goes to show that there was real acting going on there.
Yeah.
He was so decent and quiet and humble, and
because I'm not. No, I think I was really playing against type, which was fun. And I played like these hero roles, but as Asim was like, we need to look different, we need to be someone else. But
I think it's always fun, like getting actors to play against that type. I mean, it's like for them and for the director, because it's more of a challenge.
of course, yes.
But as a first film, I think it was a bit of a bold choice for me as well.
Yeah.
It was a big choice for him. But I'm really happy. I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out. He's like a strong, silent character, as you've seen.
And you're right in saying that it was a bit of a bold choice because you've got 2 very powerful, very successful women who were taking on the lead role, and you, like you said, you were playing the silent type. And most men in your position would be fearful of taking on a role like that. Did you have any doubts through, whilst?
Yeah, I mean, of course. When it was written initially, I wasn't sure that I wanted to do it, and then it took me some time to sort of come around. And then I think but I realized it's in line with my value system because he's of a different faith, which I think is really important when you talk about Pakistan, and like there's a very like homogenous identity that is associated with Pakistan, which is like A, religious, and B, also the storytelling. Like it's usually the alpha male who's kind of like dominating the film, and it's really around him. And in this case, my personal ethos is also that I have a strong sort of matriarchal head in my house, which is my mom. I was raised by sort of 3 women, really, and a very sensitive, compassionate father. So it kind of really worked. I think I've been playing against type in my other work, and I think here I'm actually able to really be myself, and in a lot of ways. And I think I've brought a lot of that to the character, and it's just turned out quite peachy.
Now, obviously, you're all very, very successful actors, very talented, and we get to see your bond really well on screen in the film. And I'm witnessing your chemistry now as well. What was it like on set?
It was great. This is how it was. I mean, we were a family, and as cliche as that may sound.
Again, someone tried to ask us to tell us the masala, and I was like,
there was literally no
cast
masala,
because we were the most
all aligned in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Asim Abbasi people who were quite like-minded, similar backgrounds and stuff, like chance, I guess.
Yeah, similar approach to work, similar aesthetics, wavelengths. So we kind of like just looked out for each other and were working. Focus was work. So the amazing thing is we started on time, the date that was planned, and we ended on the date that was planned. Nothing went over.
Yeah, that was
just
the miracle.
effortlessly, like clockwork, and
that's very unusual for especially the way we work at home. Things go wrong and dates go all over the place. But somehow, I guess it was a blessing that he was coming from a kind of clean slate, relatively, and wasn't jaded or affected by the industry. So yeah, we're blessed that way.
We left the drama for the camera.
Fantastic. And now, a lot of people are describing this film as a game changer, especially because of the content. How do you feel about that?
We don't want to get cocky.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It really would. Makes me shiver that word.
Game changer because this is not Pakistani cinema, and even Bollywood takes risks when they tell a story like this. When they leave the drama, the masala and the glamour and the glitz behind, because people, like somebody said when they saw the film, they said we come from a hard life. And we deal with stuff all the time. When we come and see an intense emotional film, sometimes you don't want to see that. But I mean, someone's got to tell those stories also. So game changer, only in that sense, is that we're not following the trend of making commercial formula films. We're just doing something a little out of the box.
But that's from a story point of view. I think that game changer thing also I hate the word, but it applies to the technical side of the filmmaking and in the choices that we've made in terms of the palette, the lighting, the way we've shot that thing. It is vastly different from how any Pakistani film looks or feels.
I'd say I wouldn't say it's game changer. I think game changer, you'll know if once it succeeds or not.
Yeah.
But I think it's an important film. And I think at least in terms of that, I think because it's doing something that hasn't been done before, because it's looking at cinema in a whole new way. Pakistanis are used to seeing cinema in a very particular way, because we don't get all the art films. We really just get mainstream Bollywood films, and then we make mainstream, like loud, alpha male driven kind of films. So just to have this kind of in the market, hopefully it will be a game changer.
But right now we feel like, you're right, important film is probably the right word.
Like it's the first time in a Pakistani film that it's been 10 minutes of steady cam, from exterior to interior, involving 7 or 8 people.
Without cuts,
So this is yes, kind of a game changer.
Technically.
And everyone over there in our industry, because we're still trying to establish ourselves, so everyone's really kind of running after the whole Bollywood formula for the most part, because anyone who's gone otherwise has not succeeded really. So, and not to say that they've succeeded either, but everyone's just sort of trying to figure out, because we are heavily influenced by Bollywood. So this kind of cinema where craft is so much in focus, and there's so much performance heavy, content heavy, kind of a palette there, canvas there. People want to do it, but they're scared of doing it, and they're asked not to do it by the distributors and by the people financing it, because no one's sure whether this is going to उनके जहन में यही है कि stay away from anything that maybe feels and looks like TV, even if it's content. So that is something that everyone is very fearful of. The gateways of the industry are fearful of. Now here's someone who's come from outside. He is using the strength of our industry, which is content and performance, and giving it the aesthetics that we require from this. So this is a combination that perhaps we haven't seen before, and that's why it may be.
And what I've been allowed to do, which doesn't usually happen to Pakistani directors, is to make something from scratch without any interference. Not a single thing in that film is done against my will. And I think that is very unlikely for a Pakistani filmmaker at this point in time, because there are too many bodies involved who will have some kind of influence. And I lucked out with having a producer who said, "Go make your film," and there was no corporate process involved in making this film.
So it retains its purity because there's nobody telling you what to do. So it's your focus, your dream. Definitely.
It's also the beauty of a debut film. I think, you're right. I think as soon as you get into the system and the people have demands and people want things. I mean, I was overhearing a conversation with a producer talking to Asim, and he's like, "Well, your next film should be like this, and you need to do this, and then you do this," and he was like, "Yeah," and I was observing it.
Not producer, distributor.
Well, I didn't want to be whatever.
But how else would I?
Yeah.
I would say that, but I would hopefully I will. If it works well, then I'm in a position to say that I'm not going to make another film. That's something else.
That's actually quite amazing. That's an amazing thing. People can't do that in Pakistan.
That's why I feel it's important for this to do well, business-wise. Because it'll be the best of both worlds. It can really open avenues.
Absolutely. Then it really will be a game changer.
Come back.
That's it. Now, my last question, and do tell me if I'm not allowed to ask this because you don't want to give too much away. I'm going to quote a line that Romeo, character, says in the film, and I love it. I've translated it into English, and it is: if we don't value someone's dreams, that doesn't mean that their dreams don't have value. And this really resonated with me, and it really had a huge impact on me. How closely do you identify with what Romeo says in the film?
As ourselves?
As yourselves.
Absolutely. I mean, 100%. That's all who we are.
We
have our dreams, and each of us
dreams, and everyone has their own personal goals, ambitions, dreams, and it doesn't have to fit into anyone else's agenda. And
you gotta equally value.
Everyone's.
Like Asim has put value onto his dream, and he's doing it the way
that's how I felt it as well, because for filmmaking, for me, has been that. It has been, because it's been something that I've come from leaving a very decent job to do something that people are like, what is wrong with you? So I think that probably for me resonates a lot as well because of that fact.
I think we've all synced our dreams in this particular production with Asim, and it just fell in that way. It was effortless.
That's really true.
I think for me that line concludes everything about this film, and obviously meeting you guys now, it concludes how you guys feel as well, so it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best with the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.